We are here today to speak to two political scientists who will be analyzing the 2018 election races for the United States Senate in Arizona's 2nd Congressional District. Arizona is a moderately Republican state. It hasn't had a Democratic senator since 1988. In the most recent election from 2016, presidential Republican nominee Donald Trump received 50% of the vote, while his Democratic opponent received 45%. In addition, the passing of six-term Republican Senator John McCain, one of Arizona's most beloved political figures, will be on the hearts and minds of voters this election season. Some key issues for Arizona are border security, considering its location among the Mexican-American border, veteran affairs because of its 500,000 veteran population, and health care because of the high uninsured rate. Now over to our political scientists.
Thanks for having me. I'm here to talk about the congressional race in Arizona's 2nd District between Democrat Ann Kirkpatrick and Republican Leah Marquez Peterson. The district itself is historically pretty evenly split between Republicans and Democrats. The seat has flipped frequently between the two parties, and the current seat holder, Republican Martha McSally, in 2014 only won by 120 points, so it's very likely to go either direction. Some of the issues that have come up in this race include immigration, as it's one of only 9 districts along the Mexican-American border. Each candidate has a position that's pretty typical for their party. The Republican favors merit-based immigration and building a wall, and the Democrat favors a full path to citizenship. In terms of health care, the Republican favors growth in the economy to pay off debts rather than cutting Medicaid programs, which is unusual for a Republican, and her Democratic opponent has attacked her for not understanding Social Security programs. In terms of how each candidate feels about their party's leadership or potential leadership in Congress, the Democrat is excited about the potential of a Speaker Pelosi and believes that could be very efficient in getting Democratic legislation and policy through in D.C. And Republican Marquez Peterson has been not only tied to Paul Ryan through policy, but has also been campaigning alongside him in her district. The demographics of it come out to about 86% white and 14% Hispanic. Clinton won the district by 4.9 points in 2016, and it currently leans 1.1 points Republican. We favor Kirkpatrick to win, as do the polls. She's currently at about a 97% chance of winning, so it's very likely. She's by far the quality challenger. She has held 3 terms in congressional seats previously, whereas Marquez Peterson's only political experience is as CEO of the Tucson Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. The Democrat has also outraised her opponent by $1.7 million and has generally been seen in the debate as being more passionate about the issues and someone that will get things done and motivate people to get out to vote for her. The polling numbers have been very stagnant, both in their belief that Kirkpatrick is going to win. She's been favored above 95% almost completely out of the past few months. However, the margin that she is favored to win by has been consistently under 10 points throughout the past few months as well.
Now over to the Senate race.
Thanks, Aimee. This Senate race is a historic one because no matter which candidate wins, Arizona will have its first U.S. woman senator. The candidates are Republicans Martha McSally and Democrat Kyrsten Sinema. They are competing for the open seat of retiring Republican Jeff Flake. With no incumbent running, it makes this race extremely competitive, and it is currently a toss-up. Both women are quality challengers, as they are currently serving in the U.S. House of Representatives. McSally and Sinema met for only one debate, discussing issues the people of Arizona care most about: border security, health care, and bipartisanship. Both voted for more border security measures and funding for President Trump's border wall. In Congress, Sinema voted to keep Obamacare, while McSally voted to repeal it. Since there are 3 million uninsured Arizonans, this issue may be a deciding factor for those voters. McSally, a veteran, is relying on her strong military background and the Republican leanings of Arizonans' voters to help her win this election. Conversely, Sinema is hoping to portray herself as someone who will work across the aisle. Rated the 3rd most independent member of Congress, she is hoping to appeal to Democrats, moderate women, and Arizona's independents, who nearly equal Republicans in number. Some outside influences that have had an effect on this race are large sums of outside money, which is common in such a highly competitive open seat race. President Trump has also had an effect, as he has endorsed McSally and is urging Republicans to vote in hopes of keeping the seats in Republicans' hands. Here's what the polls have shown over time. In July, there was a strong Democratic lead by Sinema. In September, when voters started to pay more attention, McSally made a substantial jump in the polls. This was also during Brett Kavanaugh's nomination hearings. The two are now essentially tied at 46% of the vote. With President Trump in office and a historical pattern for the president's party to lose seats in the midterm, This year is predicted to see a higher turnout for Democrats in all 50 states. Though Arizona leans more Republican than the rest of the country, Clinton only lost the state by 4 points, and Arizona is trending more Democratic due to demographic changes. If Hispanic voters get out to vote, they could be the deciding factor giving Sinema the edge. Sinema benefits from running against a non-incumbent and has raised about $3 million more than McSally. Polling over time has consistently favored Sinema. Therefore, we predict that Democrat Kyrsten Sinema will win the election by a 1-point margin.
Thanks for watching. See you at the polls.